All right, you guys. So let me show you this project that we did for free, okay, for this elderly lady. And what we're gonna start doing is we're gonna video the house before we do anything, and then upload it. And then while we're doing it, we also I'm gonna do it and then send it to my wife so she could upload it to you all. And if y'all have any questions, please send it to her. And ask her questions. If you have questions like, hey, how did he do this, or how did he do that, or why did he do it this way, send it. And what will happen is she will send it to me, and as I'm doing the last final video, once I'm complete, while I'm going through the video, I will find what you asked a question about, and I explain it, the reason why I did it that way. But this is the rail that I added around her porch for her so she won't fall off the porch. Just rails all around. I added her a little gate to it so she can put a lock on if she don't want nobody coming up, and try to keep it secure. So this is what I did out here on the front. You can also see like the white caulks in certain spots on the side where I filled the hose. I added her Starlink to it, her roof. I cleaned out the roof. I sealed the roof and everything. I don't know if you can't really see every screw was sealed, but you can see it without the phone, but it's hard to see with the phone. But let me take y'all in the inside so y'all can see what we did in here. And we are still doing some touch-up stuff because I'm never really satisfied, so I always like to continue to touch up. So I got a little more stuff to touch up, but let me show you the inside. All right, so that wall was not there. I built that fireplace wall so she can have a fireplace in here. I knew the winter was coming, and she doesn't have central air or heat, so I built that fireplace there so she can kind of stand here and stay heated. Along with, I built that so she can be able to mount a TV. But this is the inside. I redid all the floor throughout the entire house. The floor floats all the way through, no transitioning piece. I floated it throughout the whole house. It's better when you do it that way, especially for insurance purposes. If you ever have a leak in anything, that insurance company, even if you have a leak in one room and your flow all the way through the house, the insurance company will actually pay for the flooring throughout the entire house, even though you only got to fix that one piece because it floated. But if you do not float it, then they're gonna fix it all the way up to a transitioning piece. So that's a little piece of knowledge for you. These walls is not brick. They look like brick, but they're actually brick veneer paneling. And they $44 for one piece at Home Depot. I got these for $10 at the discount store. But they look good once you paint them. But yeah, $10 at the discount store. Did new baseboards, new quarter round. Did new casing around the doors. Did new casing around the windows. Did new blinds. Even hung the new curtains for. Going into here is the bedroom. As you see, I flowed the floor all the way through. Again, new baseboards, new quarter round, new window trim and seal. I did get her that AC unit as well. She had an older one. Yeah, as you see, new casing around the windows and stuff. I try to get the expensive casing, make it look nice for her. Let me fix the back. Painted the rooms and everything. The kitchen, I painted the cabinets, add new countertops, new drawer handles, cabinet handles, stuff like that. I do got to do a little touching up, getting the paint right from around there, and then do another coat up there on the crown molding. But other than that, all right. Well, let me walk y'all through here. You see these floors? I flowed, like I said, flowed the floor all the way through. I do need to add a little piece of baseboard right there. Just seeing that. But this is the hallway. This is the living room. As you can see, again, I ran the floor one solid piece all the way throughout this whole thing. If you see, every line match up every other one. This she only wanted two stairs is what we call them. So that's how she wanted it. But you see, if you look in a straight line, every single floor match up. If I go into the living room, if I go back into the dining room and kitchen at this same point, that line would still be at that floor all the way through there. That's how you know they took their time and did the floor right. But this is the living room right here. Again, I did new baseboard, quarter round trim, painted the wall, painted the ceiling, new window seal, new blinds. I did add that beam right there. It was not a beam, it was actually was sagging. So I added that beam right there forward to give some extra support. Put in two new doors right there for her closet. Put the trim around it, painted it again. You see the floor again floats all the way through. So as I was saying, if I come back here in the kitchen and just go straight here in a straight line, that flow will still flow all the way through the same. But then again, did new trim around it, and then floated the floor into this bedroom as well. Then new paint, new trim, new everything in here. Looks good. And then as you can see, just going all the way back in there, that flow still flows all the way through one solid floor. But this is the kind of work that we do. This is why we push y'all. This is the countertop and stuff throughout. I still got to install the bathroom, vanity and stuff, and lights, but I'm gonna get that did today. But you guys, this is why we push you guys to subscribe to our YouTube. It's because for projects like this that we are doing free of charge, that we're paying 100% out of pocket, that we're driving 2 hours out of the way to do, we doing it for a good cause. And so that's why we ask you guys to subscribe to our YouTube, because the more guys subscribe to our YouTube, the more views our videos get, which will trigger to be monetized, which would then we can take more money and put back into the community. So when we say building generational wealth, we're not just talking about just building it for us. We're talking about building it for you guys and help you guys build it, show you guys what it look like, right? Because what we try to do is we try to get to where our YouTube and TikTok monetization would pay for us to do one free project a month, for a whole year. And as you see, that's when I sealed it on the outsides, different spots that she had, that stuff was getting through. But that's what we try to do. So we just trying to get it so where we can do one free project a month, and that will help out wonders. You may have a mom, dad, sister, brother, grandma, grandfather, aunt, uncle that need a remodel, and you send it to us and say, hey, this person really needs it, and we pull up and we do it. So this is why we're really trying to push subscribing to our YouTube, is because for stuff like this, where we don't reap nothing from it, but just a good act, a good deed, that's what we're trying to continue to push to do. This all my leftover stuff here. I asked people that they wanted. I rode around and seen they was fixing no house, and they said they wanted. They never came got it, but it's some baseboards, some quarter round. I got some flooring left there, a door. Got 2 more doors in the inside. I be trying to give it away before I actually sell it. Before I throw it away. I don't sell it. I either just say, hey, you just got to come get it though. And I prefer it if they take all of it and not just pick through it, because then they make a mess. But all of it was brand new, unused. Tons of baseboards, quarter rounds, trimming for a round, your windows and doors. That trim was $3.98 a linear foot. So it was expensive. But again, this is why we do this, to help you guys, to help the community. And when we say generational wealth, we're not just talking about money. We're going to teach you and show you how to actually, for your kids, set up IULs accounts for life insurance and everything. The best way to pay off your car, if you're struggling right now, we'll teach you a way to get them to take down your car to 30% of what you left on it, and you can pay it out right then, or they would give you a year to pay it out once they mark it down 30% of what you actually owe. So we'll teach you all the tricks and trades to this. We'll teach you how to find land, how to buy land. We buy everything cash. We don't finance nothing through the banks. We'll teach you how we do it, our method to doing it, because it is a method to doing it. We don't go to the tax sale. We buy directly from the people themselves. Um, and then what we do is we do 95% of the work ourselves, except the electrical and plumbing. That way we save money. And we will teach you actually how to do it, how to lay a floor, how to frame a wall, how to do tile, how to set a toilet, how to do your countertops. We will show you all of that, how to do the siding, how to do the roofing. I actually taught my wife how to do roofing within 20, 30 minutes, and she can actually can do roofing better than me. She just don't like it because it's so hot up there. So, but she can do it better than me. But we'll teach you how to do everything. We'll give you all the tools to be successful. And one thing we'll do, no matter how big we get, if we ever get big, we will still be in contact with you guys. So I know I know at least my wife gave out 100 people my number, and they have contacted me and had questions. I had some to actually send me videos of them walking through the house and say, hey, should I buy it, should I not buy it? And I told them the real deal. I went to Home Depot and priced out the material for them and said, hey, look, if you do that, you're gonna be looking at this. That's why we do it. And so we just trying to do it to help you out, help you all, to give back to you all, but also give y'all the tool, because a lot of people say, well, all thing you gotta do is this, and this, or you see a lot of people with stuff and you ask them, they don't really tell you. They kind of gatekeep. We don't do no gatekeeping, because at the end of the day, the more of us make it, the better we are as a whole. And so we just trying to help each one grow. And that's why I always say each one teach one. I truly believe that. So any knowledge that I have, I will give it to you right off the bat. I know a lady who was charging $2,000, $2,500 to set up business credit. And I had a guy that my wife gave him a number from TikTok that was under one of the videos. And I got on the phone with him last night, and I started the process of helping him, set up his business credit, and took him through everything that you need to do and all the free accounts that he can apply for, walked him through. And I will follow up with him today as well to make sure he did complete all the stuff that, I told him to do, and do it how I told him to do it. And then he will see within 3 weeks to a month that he have his business credit established, and he can start going to the store and actually using it. So them type of stuff we actually do for free. We do it to help you all. We do it to guide you all. So when I say please, please, please subscribe to the YouTube, please share it, please tell people about it, please repost it. That is the reason why. And last night I did 4 different conference calls with different people from TikTok that my wife gave me a number that's interested in, hey, how did y'all start investing? How do you do investing? Where do y'all get your funds from? All that. And I'll probably stay on the phone about 3.5 hours, just break it down and everything to them. And we always have been the same. Anytime we ever have ran across something, we always try to help people. I know several properties right now. So if any one of y'all trying to invest, especially towards the Louisiana way, let me know. I know 3 properties right now that you can get each one of them for about $5,000 a piece. I haven't bought them yet because I don't like to put so many things on my catalog and have it sitting for so long, and then it'll be looking like everybody else stuff just sitting there. So we currently working on every last one of ours right now. And since I do use my own money, I'm not trying to spread myself too thin, especially with my daughter playing travel softball and she all over the place and all that. So I'm not trying to spread myself too thin. So, if one of y'all interested in doing it, I'll let y'all, see the property and stuff like that, and set y'all up with the guy. I'll make sure the deal go through the white rate for you and everything else. And even walk you through and show you what all you got to remodel, and how much you'll be looking at. So again, I'm not going to talk y'all a little bit too much, because this is the type of video that we like to put on YouTube because they are longer. But please, please, please subscribe to our YouTube page. If you have any questions, please send them to my wife on TikTok, and she will send them to me, and I'll answer and get it back to her, or I'll do a video and kind of explaining it. Right now, we're just putting out a lot of shorts because we're trying to see what you guys are most engaged in. And then those are the videos that we're actually going to prioritize and release the longer version of them, showing everything behind the scenes of how we actually doing it. So that's what we're doing right now. We're just testing the water to see what you guys like. And once we actually get a real feel for what you guys like, then we're able to provide all that at a consistent base. So that's what we're trying to do. So again, so please subscribe, please repost, please share. If you have any questions, please reach out. Let us know. If you see something that you don't think that we did right, or think that we did the wrong way, hey, reach out and let us know. Like a lot of people reached out and said, hey, it's no way that you built that for $89,000. Hey, that's your opinion, right? But we are talking about 2 sheds. So you mean to tell me that I can't go build 2 16 by 32 sheds for less than 20,000 a piece? Because that's really what it was. The 2 sheds with material and labor was 20,000, which bring the total to 40,000. But then bridging together, doing all the windows and the roofing and all that kind of stuff. And then I did some stuff in there that's secretive that I cannot share with you guys, like hidden floors and walls and stuff like that. But that's what actually made it balloon to that price. But other than that, it actually was a pretty simple build. And when you look at the materials, you're gonna say, oh, this all the material that it took. Yes, because it was not actually meant to be a real house. Most of y'all looking at it as a big old house. It was never meant to be that. It was meant to be 2 sheds at first, and then they decided, hey, we got 300 some acres out here, turn this to a duplex for us, make them touch together somehow, some way, do your magic, and that's what it ended up coming out to be. But again, thank you guys for being a part of our journey. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for engaging, sharing, commenting. We do projects for other people as well. So if you need something remodeled, we can come in real quick and do it. We will do it. We do remodels and stuff, water damage claims for insurance company, where we go in and renovate it for them and fix for them. So if you're in need of that, reach out to us. Let us know. If we could put it on our schedule, we will. Right now we kind of booked because we're building a ton of things right now for other people, and so we going into our properties here and there because we can't get to it because we're so booked. But we will do a video as well showing you how to do it and everything. So you guys, please be safe, stay together, and just please reach out if you guys need anything. Thank you.